Welcome to another day of How to ABL. It is Snare season, 9/13/2023, and today is Blast Hero Mutant. And unfortunately, I've got some news for you. We have a replacement. So, previously, Storm was the meta for today. Cable has replaced her, even at Tier 3. So I'm going to show you a run really quick with Storm, and then I'm going to show you a run with Cable. I'm going to show both because I have a Tier 4 Storm and a Tier 3 Cable, and it's pretty unbelievable on the score difference. So I'm going to go ahead and show you both today. They are both sporting rages. Cable can kind of technically work with an energy. Honestly, he does way better with a rage, so I really do feel like you should rage him up. Let me go ahead and show Storm first. Her rotation's kind of funky. So with this 3 here, you're going to delay cancel it until you see the twisting tornado of lightning drop. I'm going to be doing swap cancel with her because I want to use her striker with Thor, because Thor has a tendency to help a lot with the damage output today. So let's go ahead and show you this score. This rotation and what score I can get with Storm. 3-5-4, 2-1, 3-5-4, 6, and then you hopefully are proccing on your 4 and your 6 there. I will show the first part slow, and then I'll speed up the rest of Storm so you can see Cable next. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Here's Storm. Switch to her. Come up. 3, pop, 5-4. Let's 4 finish, and then 2-1. Move around just a little bit. 3, 5, 4, 7, 6. Let 6 finish. Go ahead, squeeze a 2-1 in there. 3, 5, 4. All right, we are going to go ahead and pick that up. I am going to use her normal attacks for a second before I switch to Polaris because I want to clear the field and then switch right back to Storm. And then I'm going to do a 3, pop, 5, 4, 7, 6. Let that finish. Follow him. 2, 1, 3. Drop that. 5, 4. And let's go pick up that orb. You want to make sure you're getting all of these orbs for maximum damage. Oh, he might move out of it. Hopefully I can... Yeah, he moved out of it. That's actually going to hurt my score a little bit. Not a ton, but it is going to hurt my score. We'll work with it. Unfortunately, with Surtur, he kind of is all over the place. Let's pick that up. Drop this down here. And now we got a nice amplified Odin force to help pick up that score a little bit. I do hate when some of that stuff happens when you're trying to showcase what someone can do. Storm's rotation is hard. You can see right there I proc a little bit early sometimes, so it's hard to keep a tight rotation. Luckily, the orb fell on me that time, so I don't have to run around for it. That is going to help us out a little bit to try to lay on the damage over and over again. Alright. 5 mil. That's about right for what I do with my Storm. So even though we kind of missed one of our big 6s there, this is pretty close. I don't think I hit above 6, honestly. I would have to look at my previous scores. But right around 5.5 to 6 in between there, pretty decent for what my account does. Now let me go ahead and show you really quick what Cable capable of doing. Alright, now it's time for Cable. Cable's rotation is pretty simple. 5, cancel 3, cancel 4, let 4 play out, do a 2-1. Then when 2-1 is done, you're going to do 4, 5, 3, cancel 6, let 6 play out fully. You're not going to do a 2-1 that time. You're going to rinse and repeat this whole rotation. It is best for a rage. Like I said, you could technically pull off an energy, but when I had an energy on my Cable, my rage shot his score up about 1 million for ABL. So definitely worth doing. We'll point out, too, that with this rotation, note the 3 is doing the amplification. So 3 before 4, also 3 before 6, which is why you swap from doing 5-3-4 to 4-5, and you slip it before the 3, so the 3 can amplify the 6. So definitely worth pointing that out, I think. Let me go ahead and show you that in action. Cable can cancel today. He's only a tier 3, but watch the score difference. So 5-3-4. Just let it play out. He pops a grenade. 2-1. As soon as you see the fire from the grenade, you can go ahead and cancel. And then I'm going to let him jump. 5-4-3-6. Let that play out with the proc. You'll see the orb. You'll see it pop. And then the next thing you're going to do is the 5 for the rotation 5-3-4. So it's just rinse and repeat, and it's that easy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do a 5-3-4 here because I want to use my 1 to cancel. So I want to make sure I've got enough time to switch to that. So that's the only reason I didn't do the 6 there. I saved my 6 for after so I could get the cancel off. Now, could I do a swap cancel? Yes, and on some days you need to swap cancel if you don't have a striker for him. But since he's capable of canceling, I feel like this one does a little bit better that way. All right, I got my orb. I was actually lucky there. All right, go ahead and pick up that orb right about here. Now we can get that Oathn Force with this full 6 going on. Oh! Okay, he still finished his rotation there. I thought he jumped out of that, and I was like, oh, the 4 is going to hurt and suffer there. Might have a little bit from jumping out of the main portion of where the attack was being aimed at, but we'll work with it anyway. All right, let's pick that orb up really quick. Continue back into his rotation. Yeah, and this is a tier 3 character. Believe it or not, this is a tier 3 character. He should be jumping center shortly, but I should be able to pull off the rest of my 6. Perfect, that's what I wanted. And then I'm going to wait until he's targetable, and then I'm going to do a 5-3-4, pop the grenade, and do the 1-2. Boom, there's that cancel. Now we can go into the 5-4-3-6. Boom. And then go right back to the 5-3-4. All right, look at that score. I haven't even gotten my last Oathn Force yet. And again, this is a tier 3 character. Now, when I say he outscores tier 4 Storm, as you can see, it's not like a huge outscore. It's very close, but the fact that I have him at a tier 3 instead of a tier 4, once I tier 4 him, I mean, look, I've already passed this score that I had with Storm. At a tier 3. So tier 4, he's definitely going to outscore her. Look at this. I keep going. Just keep going for days. Oh, he ran away on me again. That sucks. All right. Was hoping to get my 6.2, 6.3 million, and I have scored fairly high with Storm before. The two of them, like I said, I'm very close to 6 million. I think I've hit 6 million once before at Storm, but I'm usually scoring more with my tier 3 cable. Even level 70 cable, but especially level 80 cable tier 3. So if you have a tier 4 cable, it is better. Keep in mind that there is a mutant female day for ABL. So if you have a built Storm, don't despair. She still has a day that cable can't do. And it might be better for your resources to build Storm instead with her seasonal uniform, because she can do 2 different ABL days where cable can only do 1. So keep that in mind too. Let me go ahead and write down that score, 607-9361, because I like to track my progress and see how I'm doing over time. All right, let's talk about how my account's built up, show you my cards, show you my X swords, and then talk about the team I'm using and why, and some alternate options if you want to stick around for that, like I do in every single one of my videos so far. Okay, so here's my overall cards. I want to point out again, as I do in every video, 25% Pierce is what you want. More Pierce in ABL means higher score. I have 16%. That does hurt my score. Those are my cards. Here are my X swords. I'll just show these briefly, and then we will go ahead and move on to the builds. So let's show Storm's build first. You do want to have the Krakoan Summer uniform. She is an energy character. Her uniform is mythic. Here are the options. Remember, this is seasonal. She works with a rage. She works with a judgment. For ABL, rage characters have a tendency to do better than judgment characters. So I do recommend a rage over a judgment for her. You could use an anger proc if you absolutely had to. Here's her overall build. You got the 0.9% here on the rage. Order, I've got a POA on her. Make sure there's 6 red stars, which you should know if you're doing ABL. The skills here, I like to use the striker Thor. I switch back to X when I'm not using her for ABL so that I can use Thor as a striker for other characters. Everything is amplified. I don't really have a lot of Odin's Blessings on her. I actually just have the one there. I don't know if I would put a lot of Odin's Blessings on her just for ABL, but if you want to pump your score, put them on her. If not, at least give her 5-star Urus. Here's her overall details. So pretty much overcapped on a lot of the stuff. Not everything. Speed could go up a little bit. Movement speed could go up a little bit higher. But all the key ones here are capped. And I'm sitting at 81,000 energy. Moving on to Cable. And then we'll move on to the team, which I use the same for both characters. Cable is a tier 3. He is a tier 3. I meant it. Heart of Darkness. Mythic uniform here. Taking a while to load. These are the uniform options. And then over here for the custom gear, he also has a Rage at a 0.9. Artifact is an Order 1. ISO 8 set is Power the Angry Hulk. Any of the attack sets are fine. We know this by now. And then I have everything amplified. No Odin's Blessings on him at all. Remember, Uru need to be at least 5 stars. And then here are his info page details. Again, movement speed could go up a little bit higher. We are sitting at 66,000 energy attack. Notably less than what Storm has. So just, yeah, that's his overall build. Let's talk about the team I have, alternate options for today, and recommendations. So I got to move back over here, actually. I think it's Arena, right? Yeah, Arena Alliance Battle. All right. Polaris for the leadership. So all mutant allies get 45%. I believe she also has a passive here for the damage dealt for mutant allies, 45%. Remember, if you go to your character, if you do not see under details where it says allies mutant, then they do not get benefits from that character. This weapon master thing, taskmaster would work for Cable. This leadership thing, White Fox would work for Cable. You got to pay attention to what characters can be amplified by what characters. He's also a machine type, and I forget which one it is. Maybe Doc Ock had a leadership with an old uniform that was machine type. Maybe there's some machine type stuff too. So he has got a lot of specialization, so he can be amplified in a lot of different game modes. Dazzle over here is probably one of the best mutant supports. Again, mutant allies, but 65% damage dealt and 70% ignored dodge. So really good team up for both Storm and Cable. You just literally swap them out right here, and then you're in good shape. You could do the swap cancel with Polaris. If you don't have Polaris, Cable can cancel. Storm does not cancel, so you would need to use a striker cancel. If you weren't going to use Cable, Tier 4 Cable, 100% in my opinion, is the meta for today. You could use a Tier 4 Storm. Professor X, I assume, from what other people have said, only have a Tier 3, but at Tier 4, he might be worth considering, but I'm pretty certain that it's pretty much Cable, Storm, and then Professor X. You could use other options for leadership, for example. You could use Cyclops here, who has a leadership, and he does have an amplification for energy attack. So you'd increase skill damage here. Oh, wait, there it is. I'm sorry. All allies get 40%. See, this is a self-buff. My apologies. You get 40% energy attack for all allies, so energy attack characters get a bonus, and he has a leadership here. If you didn't have Polaris, I know not everybody has her, but she is a better option than Cyclops by far. The only other people I would consider, I don't really think there is someone else to consider. That's pretty much it. Yeah. You are going to want to use Cyclops or Polaris for the leadership. You could use X's leadership, technically. It's got a 20% for mutant allies, but now you're really scraping bottom of the barrel for leads. Dazzler is the best support. If you don't have Dazzler, you could do something like this. Better than nothing, right? I would probably do it this way, though, with that leadership and just have a fill character to make sure you have a team of 3. I don't think anyone is going to come anywhere near what Cable, Storm, and X can do. So that's it. That's your options. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this was useful, and hopefully you have one of those characters. May your ABL scores be as high as possible, and I'll catch you in the next one.